Good day there, guys. This is Practiphile again here. It's nice to see you. Happy holidays, happy new year. And yeah. Is my volume okay? Let me... Something wrong? Hello, hello, mic test. Mic test. Okay, alright. I think there's no problem with that. Let me just... Okay, so, yep, we have the GK content in here, and the ear acoustics audio. It's a mouthful. It's, what does it say? Genesis G318S. So, I don't know what's up with those letters, but... Ooh, early gang, alright. Early gang. Let me just, oops. I think I can be a little bit brighter. Am I too bright? Probably I'm fine. Alright. So, what do I do here? Are my ears tuned neutral? Well, let me just listen for a few songs using my soft ears Studio 4 in here. This is my reference set. So I don't know. Which do you think I should try first? Do you think I should try first the Kunten or the more expensive one, the Genesis? So that'll be interesting. Which one though? I'm not sure if I go cheaper or more expensive first. I'm not sure if I have the MS1 though. Do I have the MS1? Okay, let me just refresh my ears here for a bit. I mean, last night I tried neutral stuff anyway, but you know, it's my daily routine. I have my coffee and and I listen to something neutral first, just so that we can have a proper evaluation on the GK content in there. I'm listening to Love Song by 311. Oh, it's so good, man. So how was your holidays? Have a good time? I'm gonna go snowboarding after this stream. So getting ready for that. I snowboarded 2 days ago, and you know, like I bought season passes, so better, you know, make everything worth it. I think I'm fine. All right, that's all I needed for the Stuff Ear Studio 4. Just really to refresh my ears. No resolution on content? Well, we are gonna find out, man. We are gonna find out. A lot of people have been, you know, and I'm gonna graph it too, but this time, so I have seen the graph of the content, so there's probably a little bit of expectation bias in there. So just a disclaimer. But yeah, here we go. No resolution, huh? Okay. For you, what is resolution, Arnold? We might have a different description, or... For me, let's start with me. For me, resolution is really not details. For me, resolution is how real... Or, okay. It is partly details, but it's not just like... the high frequencies. For me, resolution is how close, for example, instruments, how close the instruments are to sounding like real life. So how do I know? I'm a musician. I play the guitars, I play the drums. If you're from the Philippines, I'm from the guitar capital of the Philippines. I'm from Cebu, so like almost every household has a guitar there. I know how a guitar sounds. So that's the only thing I trust, man. It's just my experience of I'm not a good musician. I'm not an active stage musician. I used to be, but that's the only thing that I go back to. That I just know what correct guitar timbre is. You know. Like every time we hang out with, oh yeah, Lumanog. It's funny because like every time I go out with friends, you know, and go drinking, there's always someone playing the guitar. We switch roles of who's the one playing, who's the tanguero, who buys the ice, who buys the chichirias, stuff like that. All right, the GK content in here, guys. Let's have a listen to this. It's a typical KZ box. So, wait. Let's see it here. So, Shenzhen Acoustics Technology. Now, if they have the same address as KZ, then this is probably KZ. But, I'm thinking this may be. It's not even. I don't know if it's a subgrant or something, but. Yep, I listened to those too. Rivermaya, Razorheads, Parokya, almost all OPMs, dude. One of my test songs is Urbanddub. It's not really, no, it's not in my test songs, but it's definitely in my daily library. And if you happen to know Bisrock or like Bisaya songs, Missing Philemon is a pretty good. Their recordings are pretty clean. Missing Philemon, it's pretty clean. It's stupidly clean at that time. Urbanddub's mixings are clean, but they I feel like the mixer or like the audio engineer is using like bassy headphones or like a bassy monitors, and so they ended up like the cymbals are a little bit too forward. You try to listen. Urbanddub's mixes, they're a little bit forward. It's not bad, but if you have bright sets, it's gonna show up, man. Like the cymbals are properly mixed. It's just a little too forward. And I actually test some of the songs. So like if I feel like sibilants are. I feel like sibilance is partly one is tuning and one is a mixing flaw. It's a mixing flaw, and it's very common on females, of course, and pop. But not with alternative, not like the stuff that we listen to, like guys we listen to. I mean, like if you listen to like Ariana Grande, stuff like that, I feel like it's partly because of Now I don't want to use their ear tip, okay? Now the thing about so I'm gonna make my New Year's resolution, not really a resolution, But for budget sets, I'm just gonna buy them. You know, like KZ stuff like. I'm just gonna buy them and review. The reason for that is I understand that there is confirmation bias. You know, like say for example, I buy sets. Confirmation bias is you spend that money and you try to I don't know, like prove to yourself that you made the right decision. You know, and I am aware that is and that's a good thing of being a reviewer because we don't really have a lot of confirmation bias going on because like we don't have anything to prove. But also we are in a dilemma because it's like we have to maintain a good balance between a not really how do I say, like properly reviewing an IM, not like talking shit about it, stuff like that, because it's being sent for free, man. Like those are resources, you know, like the spend for the shipping. It could have been sold to, you know, to a customer and they decided to ship it. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. I'm just gonna change the ear tip here and let's start. So I wanted to just ear 81T and the Australia. Why? What? Why? What are your current IMs and why do you want to upgrade? I know it's counterintuitive. We make reviews so that people will buy stuff from the companies, but why? Why? What? Tell me what your IMs now. What are you looking for and why do you even want to upgrade? And I'll tell you, maybe there are better choices. So going back to the confirmation bias. Now, the thing about like with budget sets, I don't think I have confirmation bias for budget sets because, you know, they're inexpensive. And so I feel like I can have uh a better evaluation because I'm not tied to like making or pleasing the company. That's the good thing about buying your own stuff too. Like you feel like you're not tied to making or to saying good stuff. But that depends on the price range, you know? Like the confirmation bias might be strong in more expensive sets compared to less expensive. So, right now, I have the JK Kunten. I bought this, okay? These are pretty inexpensive. They're like bought it for like 12 bucks. So yeah. Okay, CCA Pianist is your daily driver? Dude, that is bright. But yeah, I think you are... Okay, let's talk about that later, but I understand why you are... you know, why the 81T... Is that the Dragonfly? I think it's a Dragonfly, right? I really like that set. And the Australia. Let's talk about that later. Alright, but for now, let's have the content in here. GK content. Alright, here we go, guys. You know my first track, right? It's always Unwell by Matchbox 20. Here we go. Okay, it's pretty balanced, man. Pretty... Okay, good detail retrieval. Alright. So it's just a very good balanced sound. Okay, let's try Under My Umbrella by Incubus. Okay, it's I'm liking it so far just because it has a very good balanced sound. Yeah, it's a okay. For me the cymbals sound okay. Yeah. They sound natural, no peaks or anything so far. And this is the by the way, this ear tip is from what's this one here? NF Akos ear tips. I like the NF Akos ear tips. All right, let's try Get Lucky. Let's test the bass. Get Lucky by Daft Punk. So they mix bass pretty clean. Dude, these are banger, yeah. Dude, these are I honestly cannot fault it now, okay? So the bass seems tight. It's not like there's a good balance of sub bass and mid bass and very good vocal presence as well. I like there's nothing coming off unnatural for now, really. Now, is it like a wowing? Like, do you think it has like wow? No. Let me explain that. Now, when people say it's so funny, not really funny, huh? But before going to the hobby, we definitely know what normal sounding sets or no, not normal sounding sets. How do I explain this? Um, so before going to the hobby, we definitely know what a normal instrument would sound, you know. And then we go to the hobby, and then we try out different sound signatures, you know, like we tried out the bright stuff, the V-shaped, L-shaped, warm. We chase details, and we try different stuff, and then we kind of like experiment with the different signatures. And sometimes we may stay in like the brighter, and we would chase those sparkly and twinklies like that because they are more hi-fi, you know, like oh wow, this is like chi-fi, this is hi-fi, this is high fidelity, stuff like that. And then once you stay long enough in the hobby, you get indoctrinated by like normal sounding stuff, like how Kryn is tuning, Timmy is tuning, like everyone's tuning neutral and stuff like that. They actually sound normal. So it's like you know what normal sounds like in the first place. You go into the hobby, you try out hi-fi stuff, bright stuff, and after a few years, only to go back to what a normal IM would sound like. Okay. So, had you tried a normal IM? So, for example, if you're a beginning hobbyist, I give this the GK Kunten, you may not even be it's normal sounding for you. Like, oh, okay, this is what they're talking about. Okay, you know, which is interesting, you know, because it's okay. It's normal sounding. Everything sounds okay. But if you give this to a seasoned hobbyist, you know, like he's done with every signatures out there, and you give this to him, and you say, um, yeah, they'll definitely what's this one here? They'll definitely say, oh, wow, this is like a very, how do I say? You know what? Let me just listen to it more. But for now, it is a very good. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is really really good. Like it's killing a lot of IMs. I'm. This is me coming from a buyer and a reviewer and thinking about its price range. Okay, it's 12 bucks, 13 bucks, 15 bucks. So I'm always thinking about price range. Okay, now for this price, these are good. Let's try Plain God by Polyphia. Now, is this beating the Zenith? I don't think so. So the strings, nylon strings sound okay. They're okay. Yeah, they're natural. Dude, it's okay. These are good. These are honestly good. Okay, the worst by Polyphia. The worst by Polyphia. I'm checking how rounded the stage is. When the cymbals start, when they start hitting the cymbals, the mix usually has the cymbals around here, but it gives you a good sounding IM will give you a very good proportion for the cymbals. But let me try that here. Oh, is it loud for a while? Dude, this is I can't fault it. I honestly cannot fault it. All right, here we go with the cymbals. They're they could be better. The treble could be better in a way that, but still, man, I can't complain. They're not so rounded. They're just flat in a flat plane. There's not a lot of 3D imaging, just like with other single DDs out there. But no, they're actually. I can't complain really. Like I don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh man, like okay, let's try this with Yoroshika. Any Yoroshika fans out there? Dracomi's hyped it. He may be right. He may be right. I saw the video. And I was like, and so it's divisive. Some reviewers say it's like it's good. But let's try. Yoroshika, man, like I listen to Yoroshika, so Yoroshika better sound good in here. Um, mm, mm, mm. Let's try Bomber. Yeah, I like Bomber. Just it's a very good balanced sound. I don't know if it's my unit, okay, but okay. And I'll prove, not really prove. Oh no, all loudness, no resolution. Okay. Um, I understand where you're coming from, but let me show you. Okay, let's graph this boy in here. Okay. But first, let me read some comments here. Thank you so much, guys. If I didn't reply to you, Urbanddub, yes. What's my DAP? My DAP is Shanling M3 Plus. Shanling M3 Plus. I like the volume wheel in here. I've been a Shanling fan. Not really a fan. Just I'm a Shanling shill. I like warm sources. Not really warm. They're not even warm. They're just they're natural sounding. Um, that's a coloration, but I don't even like. It's so hard to talk about sound of DAPs. Like they don't have. But think of it as a canvas, okay? Like all canvas is good, but there's a little bit of nuance to every canvas that affects the painting. Um, but it's very subtle, you know. Like if you are a viewer, a painting viewer, you might not even notice like every canvas brand. But if you're a painter, you may notice like a little bit of subtleties with how it interacts with the paint. You know what I mean? Um, it's still a blank canvas. Other DAPs are also blank canvases, but um, so yeah, that's my DAP Shanley M3 Plus Supernova. Good morning, good morning. AKM versus ESS. Depending on the implementation, again, this is how I view it. So every DAC chip, they have a circuitry. So in that circuit, you cannot replace ESS. For example, like AKM circuitry, with the implementation, you cannot replace it. This is just my theory, okay? And so it seems like every DAC chip has its own circuitry. Say, for example, the Cirrus Logic 43131, okay? That DAC chip is always paired with their amp module. They have a dedicated amp for that DAC chip, okay? And so that is like a pair sound, the 43131. It can go on its own because it has a dedicated amp. Cirrus Logic amp, of course. And so it's not the DAC chip per se, but it's the circuitry that goes with it. Now, Cirrus Logic seems to be fun, like subtle boost in the bass and sometimes subtle boost in the treble, so it's like a fun sound. I like ESS because ESS tends to focus more on vocal. How do I say it? This is probably just placebo, man, but ESS seems to focus more on vocal realism. Like vocals sound more realistic to me, and they have better treble. Cymbals are well represented on ESS. AKM is just flat out. Sometimes AKM sounds just, it's unengaging, almost boring. And that's why people like AKM. They say it's warm, velvety, because I feel like there's a roll off in the bass and there's also a roll off in the treble for AKM. So it's like, and so it's just at mids. And so they say it's velvety because it's not really like punchy bass, and it also doesn't really like, it doesn't sound as trebly and sparkly. So there's a roll off in both ends, and so that's how AKM is to me. They're fine, but they're a little bit unengaging. So that's what I think. And that's me hard selling it and making up things. Dude, don't trust me on that, man. Like, ah. Where do I? Okay. Okay, I understand what you mean. The trebles are beaten, right? And okay, but let me tell you this. Why I like the content is when I graph this is going to follow closely my target, my balance target. Let's see. Closely, and I say closely, it's very close. It's very close to the zenith. And that's why people have been saying this sounds like a budget zenith. And because tonally it is very, very close to the zenith. Yeah, so let us where am I? Oh, there we go. All right, so let's graph this point here where okay, where is it? Roo, okay, there. And if you don't, oh no, it's wrong. If you don't know how we graph, this is how we graph, guys. We use Roo. And if you want, I did a live stream on how to graph sets, so you can look at that. Sound Blaster. This is interesting. The GK content. The trebles, because the treble has a very good roll off. Okay, now that's the thing about yes, it worked. I understand. I feel like YouTube is recommending my stuff to a lot of people, but they just don't click it because of, you know, it's the thumbnail battle out there. It's my thumbnails are not as interesting, so thanks for the advice, man. It really helped. Oh, that's too loud. All right, let's try the content in here. Channel matching. 80 dB. Yeah, that's fine. Here we go. Okay. Did I hit the 8K? Nope. Little in. All right. And you know what? The sound reminded me of the CCA. The fuck was that? CCA what? I forgot. Oh, that's too much. Ah. Your chips got stuck. Come on, man. What CCA was that? Remove all. Sorry guys, this is gonna take long. Only because I'm a freaking perfectionist, okay? Phantom, Zenith, and Zenith is good. Did I hit the 8K? Okay, I'll take that. I will take that. Is that 8K enough though? I'm pretty sure they come from the KZ factory though. Oh man, like it sounded like, I don't know, I don't agree that it is the Zenith driver, but I do think, oh, did I? Wait. Oh man, like let's remove this again. Like I don't know if that was right or left. what is it talking about? Okay, so I'm pretty sure these are. Yeah, I know. Yeah, all insertions matter, and I'm very particular about the 8K. Sorry about that, guys. This is really a pain. As much as it pains you to see me repeat every single time, this is just the way I test stuff. And this is science, and science need consistency, okay? Okay, there we go. So, I got that one. Remove that. Okay. So, that is the right. And again, if you think if you're already deep in the hobby and you feel like you're gonna buy stuff, a lot of stuff, testing a lot of stuff, I suggest you invest in a rig. It will help you if you get channel imbalance. It will help you return the item. It's just easier for you and the seller. And it's definitely very good as a reviewer because I don't want to be reviewing stuff that have channel imbalance. Alright, look at that. Very good channel matching. A little difference there in the bass, but okay, so this is what we do here. So I go to export this to squigs, and I call it the GK Kunten R. R is for right. And this one here is the GK Kunten L. That's for left. Okay, so this is what we do. Now this is the fun part. Not really fun, but that's a sarcasm because it's not really fun. What we do is we then go to we code this, okay? We code. There's a bunch of something there though. We code everything in there. So we call this the phone book. Everything is in there. But I don't have the GK, so I have to create a new one. So this is alphabetical. So A, B, fuck, I hate alphabets, man. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E, F, G, F, wait, E, what? Wait, E, F, okay, there you go. E, F. Alright, so it's after Fossey Audio. Okay, I'll take that. E, F, G. Alright, so because it's GK, right? I need to copy that. Okay, and then change this to GK. This is the company name. This is the name. It's content, right? And this is the... You only do this when you upload on Squigs. Okay. GK. If you have a rig, you don't have to do this. You're done with Drew, okay? So, and you have the data. You only have this, and you just save that, and you're done. But for Squigs, you have to do this. GK content. I hit save. All right, so we're done. Now we go to accessing the Squig site using FileZilla. You contact Mark if you want to have your own squig. You contact Mark. But if you're just like if you're not a reviewer and you're just, I don't think you needed a squig. But graphing is a different kind of hobby too. So I feel like reviewing IEMs is a different hobby, and graphing, like most all reviewers, we agree that it's like collecting stuff. So we don't really care about how IEMs sound. We just want to collect graphs, which is funny. Upload that. Is it transferred? Okay. All right, we're done with that, and then we go to phone book, and we upload the phone book. All right, again, this is gonna be following closely my target. Okay, this is gonna be hitting my target, and that's why I can't find anything wrong with it, because it's my freaking target. Or I could be wrong. I could be damn wrong. So help me God. Right, but first, let me upload my target in here. I don't know what happened, like, I can't, it's still not available. I already updated my target, but I can't see it, so I have it anyway here. It's V3, alright. That's my new target in there. Remove Studio 4s. And here we go. GK, moment of truth. It should follow closely. It should be a little bit of bass, a little bit of gain here, and then just downward trending treble. Boom. There we go. See that? So, and that's why I like it, because it's my freaking target. It's, you know, like a little bit of bass in there. It's not even a lot of bass. It's just, I know, maybe it's because of the driver. So, let me just twist this a little bit here. The gain follows closely my target. An 8K peak. This peak in here in the 10K, it, let me just put the Zenith here. The Zenith is more natural sounding, and I put the Zenith in my recommendation list, right? Look at that. Zenith just sounds cleaner overall. But it's not, it's even hard to say, dude. Like, I don't know. Now, this peak in here alters, it's not, how do I even say? It's there. It adds a little bit of resolution, but just a little bit. Now, going back to the one who Arnold who said it doesn't have resolution. Now, you may be, I'm not saying that you have bad ears, okay? But you may be accustomed to sounds that have peaks around past 10K. What I mean by that is, let's say, for example, the, I don't know, gate. Okay, let's just say, for example, the gate. Now, usually with single DDs, they have peaks here. Or let's just say, I don't know, like 242, Duno 242, and Kunten. Okay, where's the freaking Kunten? Okay, all right. Now this area here in the air, this is like hi-fi area. You know, like the sparklies and twinklies. I was there. I liked the Annihilator. I tried the Annihilator, dude. If you don't know, I used to live in Japan, and Timmy and I were buddies, okay? Like, I go to his house, crash his house, listen to every set he has. He's got the Annihilator, the Diva, everything. The, what was that? His, what was that? The, Anola VX, like, everything. He buys his own stuff. It's crazy, right? And so, and plus the earphones, we could audition stuff in there. And so when I was in Japan, like, I was this person who liked the extended treble. I liked it until I played the, you know, I started playing guitars again. I started playing drums, and then I realized, like, dang, like, these are some boosted harmonics in here. But I realized that when I was playing drums, electric drums, and I couldn't follow the right, hi-hat fills. If you don't know, hi-hats have, like, if you're familiar with drums, we have different, like, time signatures and notes, right? So it's like 1/16 like that. So the faster they are, the harder to count. But also, it's hard for me to follow hi-hat accents or cymbal accents, because it gets masked. Like, it just sounds in the higher frequencies. Listening to other music sounds good, they're sparkly, but me as a drummer, it's just, you know. And so I thought like, okay, this is unnatural sound, but it sounds good. It sounds hi-fi, but it's unnatural, and that's why I changed my target. My target used to have a higher treble elevation, probably around here, and now it's gone down. It's gone down because I just find this to be a natural representation. This one here has a little bit more air actually. So most of the stuff that follows this one is natural sounding for me. All right. So that's what I think about the content. It is nice, yeah. But the question is, are you gonna buy it? No. Why? There's no sense. Like if you have, say for example, okay, let me just, okay. So this is in my sub 60 category, right? If you already have, I don't know, like if you have the gate, you don't need to buy it. If you have the clean, you don't need to buy it. If definitely if you have stuff in the 60 to 100, you don't have to buy it. You all, I don't know why you need to. Don't be like me, okay? I bought it. I'm a reviewer, and I got hyped. I got hyped with this freaking content, man. Yeah, if you want to if I want to recommend, and you're gonna be good with the content, and it's $60. I mean, you're gonna be fine. I probably from the content, your next upgrade is probably gonna be, I don't know, 60 to 120. It's that simple. The thing about the content that's good is it's not that it sounds hi-fi. It's not that it sounds great. It's just that it's a very good reference. Okay, now if you don't have a reference sound yet, though, you can consider it content. It sounds a very good reference so that you are gonna have a better informed decision with your next purchases, assuming you are able to audition, okay? But from the Philippines, we all blind buy stuff, which is sad. I was in Japan, and you can audition stuff in there in earphones and in their supermarkets and just the department stores. There are IMs out there. You already have the DZ4, so you don't need to buy that, I think, because there's no reason, you know, like, I mean, if you want to collect stuff, then fine. DZ4 is neutral, though. Has lesser bass. Yeah. Has lesser bass. Alright, let us now move on to... Now, I am kind of expecting this one in here. Not expecting, but excited because they actually wrote practiphile in there, which is interesting. Maybe you can't see that, right? But okay, practiphile. They put practiphile in there. Ooh, that's nice. So a little bit of customization in there. So I am sniffing some what's that term? Bribing in here. Are they even bribing me to say good stuff? Ear acoustics, yeah. Dude, I like the ear acoustics, but I'm not sure if I score them. Like, I don't score them in my review. Okay, if for you guys who don't know me, I'm gonna tell you this. So I usually score in my review, right? But if I don't score an IM, that is just like a review to just for out of respect. Okay, it's gonna end up like a B or a C anyway. And so if I score them, I know it's a little bit dishonest, but at least I review stuff, right? Just for my viewers, I score IMs just so that I can put them in here. These are my curated list in here, and this is going to help me recommend stuff, right? There are a lot of good sounding sets out there, and I don't want to forget good sounding stuff, because what good sounding stuff are, they won't be replaced. we are coming to an end with sound quality, really. I can't find any reason how we are going to upgrade the listening experience. I do have the EPZ, not EPZ, the binary audio 321 coming, so I'm quite interested on how the MEMS driver affect treble. Maybe that is the next thing, but we are on a roadblock right now. It's like we got the perfect tuning. There's a JM1 tuning, there's balance. Gone are the days with double spikes. Like before this hobby, before Critical, most IMs graph like that one, okay? It's ugly. But people thought it's normal, and like even musicians think it's fine, you know? They are fine, but they're very peaky. And content is like this now, so it's definitely much smoother. And so, but also we're hitting a roadblock. Like, what is there to improve? The hollow shell. Yeah. How about the Chopin? The Chopin, no, it's not an upgrade. The upgrade to the content is this is actually very close to the Kima 2 as well. Like the gain, look at that, the Kima 2. No, it's not. But the Chopin is a very good, it's a very good pick. It's really good. It's not really an upgrade, but it will how do I even say, man? Like if you're coming from the content though, like what, so it depends on your budget. Like how much are you willing to jump in price category? So content is sub 60 and Chopin is like you jump. Okay, oh, I forgot to show you. Okay, so you see now. All right, here. So content is in sub 60, right? I put there everything is just in sub 60, and then Chopin is 121 to 2. So you're jumping 2 price categories there. Are you willing to go there? If you want an upgrade to the content coming from content, and you want around here, I think Mega 5P by High Senior is good, but yeah, Mega 5P right there, or Falcon Ultra if you can get cheaper stuff. Falcon a little bit brighter though. I don't suggest Falcon Ultra for that. Yeah, the Super Mix 5, I don't know. Definitely the Super Mix 5. Look at this. I'm pretty sure it's very close to the Super Mix 5. So, who has a Super Mix 5? Okay, After Sound. After Sound because he has the content. Okay, look at this. Then I put the content in there. Not quite. Not quite. Yeah, probably Chopin is okay. Oh, the one. 142. It's hard to find a similar tonality with the content. Probably your next one is actually just the Pilgrim, which is crazy, right? You go from budget and then you go straight to mid-fi, go straight to Pilgrim. That's what I'm telling you, man. The content tonally is good. Like, it's tonally good. If you're from the content, you go straight to Pilgrim. That's how good sounding it is. And, you know, like the text and other stuff might be questionable, but Not P50. P50, no, it's not. It's a different. It's different. Dude, like, it's I have the CCA, the CRA, yeah, the CRA. It reminded me of the CRA plus. Is it? No, 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 no. CCA. What was that, man? Is it the CRA? Yeah, that's what I told you, right? This the content is the CRA driver. I am pretty sure. No doubt about it. Look at that there. So you've got the peak here because they said it's the Zenith driver, right? And I said in like 2 weeks ago in my stream, like, no, I don't think that is the Zenith driver because the Zenith does not have that peak. Okay, what I know is drivers, the peaks past 10K, it's inherent to the driver materials. Okay, the peaks here resembles their so they vibrate in certain frequency, and then the peaks here meaning it's their weak point. Huh? Fuck, I can't explain. Okay, let me show you this here. It's their weak point in a way that they just vibrate, they just break around this. They just, they can't hold the frequency around this. So the more stable the driver diaphragm is, the higher the peaks are. So they sound smooth, right? And it's same with the Zenith, man. That driver is very good. Like, it did not even glitch. That's the point. It did not glitch. And it's this kind of peak here. The peaks here are very common with single DDs because it depends on the diaphragm. Budget sets, they have that. Now the content. So I was like, nah, the content shouldn't be the Zenith driver. I said, like, it's not, definitely not. And now I am 90 to 100% sure that the content is the CRA plus driver with a different filter. Yeah, it's the CRA driver with a different filter. Look at that. You can't, it's the CRA plus. And I told you, right, like, this sounds a little bit CRA plus. What I mean by that is I've been in the hobby too long that I can no, I can recognize driver types like glass diaphragm. And it's not about like I can recognize the driver types. It's because the diaphragm, they have inherent peaks. Okay, because again, all drivers are not created equal. They have their own peaks, and so you dampen them differently. So the 400, say for example 400 filter, you put it in the driver on a CRA plus driver. Now it's not going to react the same as if you put a 400 filter on, let's say, the glass diaphragm driver. It's going to sound different because there are going to be different peaks. Content is much better ZVX Pro. Now I do not have the ZVX Pro, but I have the ZVX, and I don't have the ZVX Pro. But the thing about that is, I've heard a lot of KZ stuff, okay? The thing about the KZ stuff is they always have this glassy timbre in their treble. They're not as cymbals with the KZ stuff and the budget stuff. They're not as what's the term? They're not as full sounding, I should say. They're not as full sounding. There's this glassy quality to the cheap drivers from KZ. They have this glassy quality to them, and it's present in every KZ stuff except for the Zenith. Yeah. And you will notice that when you go to like more expensive stuff like the Duno Kima 2, the Duno Falcon Ultra, you don't have that quality in the treble. It's just the treble is more it's not crispier, but it just sounds more full. The cymbals just sounds more full, and it's not delicate. They're just full. Could be, yeah. Subdue in the treble. It's hard to say. I feel like they're really cheap diaphragms. Like in the budget segment, they're really cheap diaphragms, and when they vibrate a certain frequency, they have that glassy quality to them. Wherein, like when you move up and they research more on their diaphragms and they have freaking different kinds of diaphragm, wood or whatever. It seems that they are more stable in the upper frequencies, and so probably they can hold more. I don't know. Piercing treble, yeah, they can be piercing in higher volumes. They break out, actually. They break out. So that is what I noticed about the cheaper stuff. Okay, now supposedly, Ear Acoustics Audio. They are, what were they before? What were they before? Fuck, I forgot. They used to be a different name. TFZ. They used to be TFZ. No, that. Let me just. So much for that. All right, Ear Acoustics Audio. It used to be TFZ. Put this here. This is the box in here. And wow, dude, they're bribing me with this one, man. They want me to say good things about this product. Fucking, it's actually pretty cool. I have my name in here. Practiphile. Nice card, and you open it like this. There's an instruction manual for what? Freaking big, dude. This is the biggest instruction manual I have ever unboxed. What is this? Like, is this an appliance or something? But hey, I don't even. But it's an effort, okay? Still, it's an effort. It's just that it's just amusing. The fragrance, yeah, the fragrance is there. TFZ. Dude, look at that. We've got the Hershey's Kisses in here. Fucking shit. My wife's still sleeping. Oh man, Hershey's Kisses. Right, there we go. This box is empty though. Right there. So it's hard to pull this out, so I'm gonna finger this from the bottom, okay? Hey, my videos are not supposed to be watched by children, so this should be fine. I'm gonna finger it from the bottom here. Let me try my skills. Okay, I got it. You dirty-minded freaking people. There we go. Alright. Two in there. Okay. Now, with... Dude, okay. These are plastic. They sound like... They look like metal, but they're not as heavy as the previous one. So maybe they... And that's why it's cheaper, because I think these are like... I don't know, like $200 or something, so it's much cheaper. The accessories box. Wow. Wow. Dude, like... Okay, I'm not complaining, but... Cool. Elysian Fields. This is nice. It's like a... rated SPG. These are nice. It's like a backpack or something. I don't know. This is pretty cool. This is going to be my, not an IM case, but Elysian Fields. Oh man, I don't know. Okay, now Ear Acoustics Audio. They have very funny English text. Like even when I unbox their stuff before, what was that? It was like Assassin Angel or something. But these are not for children. But okay, let's read this one together here. Okay, let's read this one together. Okay, you see that? Okay, let's read this one together. Alcoholic secret key, unlocking realm of immersion. Vinyl faith plus standard frequency response curve. Okay, alcoholic secret key. Okay, alcoholic secret key. Okay, I don't know what to think about the alcoholic secret key. So yeah, the case is nice, and I am not alcoholic now. That's probably a denial, but this is the ear tip case in here, which is nice. Ooh, okay, lots of ear tips. Wide bore ear tips, which is nice. All right. Little odd, I know. It's just their wording. So I don't know what's in Chinese that becomes alcoholic. Like why? Okay, wait. You know what? I can. Never mind. I don't know. So the thing about, I like the there's one, I think the $400 IM that they have. I really like that, but for me it just doesn't justify the price. Like it's too expensive. It's 400 for that sound. It, for me, like, and you know what, like, the thing about me as a reviewer is I always I don't think of me as like, oh, I have a lot of sets here. Like I have the Electro Cadenza 12 and like expensive sets in here. But I always go back to where I was. I'm still am a consumer. I still buy stuff, but like before becoming a reviewer, I was like, you know, what it feels to be like buying stuff. And so I've seen a lot of reviewers that when they become a reviewer, they kind of like forget about like the budget stuff and they move on. Dude, 90% of the general population, they're probably are able to afford only 20 bucks IM. Like I have musicians friends at home and they're fine with cheap stuff, you know. This hobby is very niche. It's very, very niche. When you look, and you can see that on YouTube. So when you go to YouTube and you see like IEMs, there are very like 20, maybe 20, 50 of us reviewers, and views are not like a lot. Like 10K views per video is a lot. Like most videos are like 5,000, like that, 2,000. So anyhow, my point is, if I feel like the IM is expensive, I don't really see the point of promoting that, because I always see myself as a consumer. Would I buy this? And that is the reason behind my name, Practiphile. Practi is practical. So, all right, the cable is here. It is woven, fabric woven cable. See that? In 4.4. The Yamete Kodasai termination. You know that comic? It's like a funny comic page, not a page, like one page comic, like Yamete Kodesai, like a phone with a 3.5 millimeter and a 4.4. Yamero! And the 3.5 was like, Yamero! Alright. Fit is good. As always, they look like that. A little bit bulky. It's nice. Shaolin drunk in something. I think I did the Volaire. Have I done the Volaire? Or the I think I did the Solaire. Oh no, what did I do? Sonio. No, I'm sorry. I did the Sonio. Didn't like it, but maybe the Volaire is good. I can try that. Oh, good question. Sivga M100. I probably would pick the Sivga. Yeah. I'd probably pick the Sivga. But the content is easier to recommend. The content is safer. Okay, let me show you. There you go. So the Sivga has lesser bass, a little more peaky. It's not as safe as the Kunten, but the technicalities are better with the Sivga SM100. That's definitely better. What I mean by better is it has more 3D spacing, better timbre, but the tonality is, again, this peak in here, you might be sensitive to that. So again, the GK Kunten is safer sounding, but when it comes to resolution, I think the Sivga wins it. Yeah. All right, let us do this one here, the Ear Acoustics Audio Genesis. What the hell is this? Genesis something. G381S or something. All right. First off, again, Unwell by Matchbox 20. Oh, is it? No. This is 4.4, so I have to be careful not to blast my ears here. All right. Okay, nice. A little warm. Very nice. Very immersive. Right off the bat, very immersive sound. Okay. Decent detail retrieval. Let's try Under My Umbrella here. It's a warm, balanced kind of sound. I'm listening to Under My Umbrella by Incubus here. No treble peaks. Really prominent bass, but not muddy in a way. So it's kind of like warm V-shaped tonality. Okay, let's try Get Lucky in here. The soundstage is not as wide though. It's not as airy. So I'm thinking there might be there's not a lot of 10K peaks. Okay. All right. Bass is really, it's very enveloping bass. Like it reminded me of the T Pro bass. All right, let's try playing God in here. You know what? It might even graph closer to Kunten. Just a little more bass than the Kunten. That's what I feel. So mids are instruments sound natural, nothing wrong for now. Again, it's a very safe sound, warm sound. And you know what? This might even sound too safe for most people. This is gonna be too safe for most people. In the treble, yeah. Alright, let's try the worst by Polyphia here. Checking that symbol imaging. I like the bass in here. The bass has good character to it. It's like it lingers long but doesn't really affect the mids a lot. So Squallion Heart said, great unboxing plus great sound. Let's see about that. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe this is just me coming from the GK content, okay? But these are very, very similar sounding from the GK content. So it would have been a very funny live stream if I started with this one and then I did the content next. This definitely has more bass than the content. I'm just waiting for the symbols here. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. So again, the sound stage is not as wide. Alright, again, of course, I won't forget my Yoroshika. What do I listen to today? Let's try... Let's try Bremen. The vocals are a little bit on the warmer side. But it's still natural, though. Okay, so if I have to guess the graph... Oh, man. Here we go again. Here we go again. I did this before. It's like, it's just funny. I don't know. Downloads. Open with paint. I did this before. Okay, so what I mean by that is... How do I unzoom? Alright, here we go. We're gonna draw this one here. So I feel like it's like this. I feel like it's like this. Right, okay. So it has, yeah, like it's not, yeah, it's like definitely like this. And then AK and I don't know, like maybe a little bit there. It could be that. I'm pretty sure the cut is, where's my pen? Right there. I'm pretty sure the cut is right there. It's like, it's not around here. It's not clean. It makes the vocals a little bit warmer in here because the cut is around here. You know what I mean? Oh. So, yeah, something like that. I don't know. But definitely it's like, that's why I said it's like a V. Because, yeah, that's the typical... I have not seen the graph. I may have, but I don't remember the graph. All right, let's graft this boy in here. Let's make it quick so that we can wrap up. And I'm gonna get out of your hair. It's nice. It's for the price though. How much are these? Man, like they always have a very bad timing. It's a very single DD. It's not a great year for single DDs. If you price them more than 200, it's really not a good idea. So, Acoustics Audio, if you're listening, it's not a good year for single, only because like people, they're natural sounding. I understand that, but people are interested in getting new stuff like tribrids, planar. There's just no way, no place for single. It's hard. It's hard to prove. All right, remove all. Oh, no, not that one. SPL meter, calibrate. Okay, check levels. 22. It's a little bit too high, but it's okay. These are good sounding, but for the price. Okay. There it is. There's that peak in there. 8K, did I hit it? No, it's too much. Okay. See that V in there? It's like a warm V. Oh, what the hell is this peak, man? That's a very fat peak. It's the first time seeing that peak. I don't know if it's so it's partly resonance and, but no, I don't hear that peak. It's a warm sound. Dude, I'm definitely getting bass leak in here. No, I know. I'm getting bass leak because I'm not fitting it enough. Fuck no. No, cancel. Man, this is what I hate about freaking measuring, man. Like, sorry guys, this is gonna be painful to watch. Just give me that. Okay, I'll take this. I usually just move on. If I can't get the 8K peak, I just move on. Left. All right. And while watching, you can ask questions though. Now between the two, like the Genesis and the Kunten, I'm. Oh, there it is. That's smooth enough, I guess. Yeah, I'll take that. A little bit of channel imbalance in there, but that's just the way it is. Okay. So, what's the name for this one here? Ear Acoustics, right? Ear Acoustics Audio. Audio. Oh god, like why do they have these very difficult names, man? Elysian Fields? Is this even Elysian Fields? Okay, I'll do Elysian Fields. Freaking, it's the longest name I've... It's too long. And I'm gonna type this later. Alright, so, moving on to where was I? Phone book. Ear, A, B, C, D, E. There it is. Where do I put this though? Yeah, I'll put this after cipher. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. Diminishing returns, right? I prefer this. Honestly, I prefer the content over this. Mainly because the content graphs smoother. Which is crazy, right? And I'm not ashamed to say that. It really is true. What the hell is this thing? Genesis Elysian Fields. Oh, god dang it, man. Okay. Save it and hope that it won't... Do I have... Oh, okay, so... FileZilla in here... Where the hell is it? Ear Acoustics Audio... Okay, both upload. All right, and phone book. Upload, overwrite. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, okay. I thought my site was broken. There it is. Oh, okay, so it's actually higher. It's actually higher than my target, but... There we go. Oh, so they cut at 800. Okay, that makes sense now. The bass is more prominent than it looks on graphs. The bass is definitely more prominent, so I don't know if it's their chamber or something. They did mention a little bit of chamber in there. It's just a very smooth sound overall. This is a very interesting graph though, because it reminded me of the Falcon Ultra actually. Yeah, look at that. Just Falcon Ultra is more mid-bassy. And let me... Ear Acoustics Audio Genesis. I heard it's around 200 or something. 249. Okay, 249. All right. 249, dude. So it does. So it's in this. Man, it's so hard. How can this even beat these price range in here? Like, there's the current ear, the Zigot. There's no way. There's just no way. It's just very competitive. It sounds okay. It sounds good, but I'm probably gonna be shilling at that point. I can't. It's just, I don't know. Like, what about you guys? What do you think? It's just no. Again, it's the same stuff that I said about. I think I have the the this one here, the Spa Silver Angel. Let me just give you that Spa Silver Angel. All right. And the VSA Max. That's a little bit different, right? The Spa Silver Angel does sound more bassier and smoother. So far, this has to be one of the better sounding sets. The Spa Angel is also freakingly $400. Like, why would I recommend a $400 IM, a single DD, right? So it seems like they're just, I don't know, they're playing on filters and the chamber. And so, but no, this sounds good actually. The Genesis sounds good. Dude, this ear gain reminds me of the P50 actually. Yeah, a little bit of the P50, just earlier rise. And that's why I said it's like more V. It's like a more V sound because of, let me just remove this one here. Because of that, there's like a prominent V in there. So, yeah, warmer V or something, but a little bit of channel matching in there. But if I were to choose between both, the one that I listen to, it's probably be the Kunten. So going back to who was that guy? Forgot. AAF 268. So you were looking for 81T and the Ziggett Estrella. You have the Pianist, dude. The Pianist is freaking bright, man. Really, you daily drive that stuff? It's bright. Dragonfly. I'd say you go for Dragonfly. Yeah. Look at that. Dragonfly. Estrella is... If you like bass, then maybe go for the Estrella. But if you're daily driving the CCA Pianist, I feel like you can get the Dragonfly. It's a much closer tonality and yeah, it's a much closer tonality and better clarity, better text. So yeah, better. Don't you want to get some meta stuff? You know, like the Green Ear Meta, P50, stuff like that. So this one here goes back to goes back to the case. Again, I'm not gonna hype the content. Really, I'm not gonna hype it, but I'm going to tell everyone that it's a CRA plus. It's definitely the CRA plus driver. And if it comes from the KZ factory, dude, it's an old driver. They just implemented it better, I guess. When did the CRA plus when? And the thing about that is, oh, okay, oh, that makes sense. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so GK. Let me just search this. Okay, wait. GK. Yeah, okay, here. GK, if you remember Joy Audio. Do you guys remember Joy Audio? GK? Do you remember that? GK Joy Audio. This is the one, okay? Now, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Okay. So, hear me out here. This is telling my age. Not really my age, but this is me telling you how long I've been in the hobby. If you remember Joy Audio, GK, it's there, right? This is the first implementation of switches by KZ. First. Before they go to switches, it was from this sub-brand. But before I continue, let me just pee first, okay? Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, never heard of it? Yeah, you never heard of it? That I'm that long in the hobby. Okay, so this is the first one because I remember because I when they said like JK is a sub brand of KZ, it was true. It was true because Tivan, you know Tivan, the KZ rep. He was promoting this. He sent samples to some of the reviewers. He sent samples to Paul Wasabi, the GKG audio. This was their prototype of the switches, and this came from the GK sub brand, right? So GK is KZ before, or from the same factory or sub brand. GK is closely related to CCA. CCA is also a sub brand of KZ. So I feel like they operate independently, but with the same factory. So are you still following? Okay. Right. Now, I've heard now, and then KZ released a statement saying that no, we are not related with GK. It's not the Zenith driver, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not sure if that kind of statement is a marketing strategy so that people will buy the GK. So I don't know, okay, if that is their marketing strategy or if it's really true, because I've heard also that CCA and the CCA and KZ, or I think KZ sold CCA, so they're not together anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, they've split parts. So it's not, they're not together anymore, which means that CCA and JK are really on their own. So which makes the KZ statement true. You know, they're not connected with the GK anymore. But I am 100% sure that the Kunten is the CRA driver. I have the CRA here. It's definitely the CRA driver. CRA plus. No doubt about it. Just with a different filter, and that's it. Just with a different filter. Yeah, it really resembled. And CRA plus is how much now? Like probably around the same price range, but I'm pretty sure it's just a different filter. Yeah. $14. Yep, 15. So yeah, that is my the content is nice. Gate though. Is it? The gate is okay. Let me check some of my. The ZVX, the duo is still good. Actually, I really like the duo actually. What else? Okay, fine, clean. Yeah, clean is much more refined, a little bit brighter and the treble there. Yeah, so I guess that is it for today, guys. Any questions so far? It's been a fun stream. Thank you for the comments, the interaction. Yeah, but next week I have the binary audio coming, EP321. So stay tuned for that. What else are coming? Yeah, do you have any requests? Like what do you want me to review? Because I can borrow sets. I can borrow sets from Mark. I can borrow sets from JTiz and from Audio Amigo. They told me, Audio Amigo, Omar told me like, yeah, you can borrow sets if it's available. So you guys let me know what you want me to review. I'm definitely eyeing on the Hype 4. Klee. Yeah, Ibaso Klee. Okay, I'll try to find that. Yeah, I'm eyeing on the Hype 4 Mark II and the Astral. What else? But do let me know because, you know, the reviews are not for me. Like, I'm done in the hobby, and I'm not really done, but it's under $50. Okay, I can, yeah, I can probably buy that. The Klee. I'm graph sniffing. Sorry about that. I just looked it up. It looks like the IM4 Fosse Audio, like double horn kind of style. Klee. Is it a single DD? That looks good. But the graph reminded me of the IM4. Fosse Audio IM4. But I can't, yeah. I can't cross it. I can't cross-reference because it looks like no reviewer have both of them. Yeah. Single DD. Yeah, I can try. Or maybe message Ibaso like, "Hey, I've got a new Aurora stuff going on in my background. Maybe you can let me review stuff." I can tell them that. What's that? KZ Phantom Zenith sequel when it's released? Oh, is it? Ah, that's what you meant? KZ Phantom? I don't know. I'm probably gonna buy that. $3 to Phantom, okay. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Gamer Hunter Phantom. Okay. Is this the graph? Wait. Is this the graph of the Phantom? No, or is it? No, it's the EDX. God dang it. Yeah, Alola Light Show, I know. It's cool, right? Yeah, you know what? Let me just yeah, definitely I wanna try out the hype for the Astrals and the Top Pro. Yeah. So I wanna borrow the Top Pro. What's the Top Pro? Mangard Top Pro, the Astrals, and do you guys want me to review the Diablo and the Divine? I feel like a lot of reviewers already covered it. I feel like there's really no point, but really I want to focus more on the budget stuff recently. Yeah. Only because it's more fun. It's more fun to review budget stuff, really. It's because it's easier to recommend. I'm definitely getting the yeah, I know the Divine and Clyde. It's definitely covered a lot. I'm not even interested already. But I want to try them someday just so that I can have a better informed decision on what really to recommend. But I feel like even if I haven't really tried a lot, I feel like my choices here are still solid. What I mean by that is because I have a curated list, right? So I feel like these are still solid because most of it, I mean, most reviewers actually think they're also good, but it may change when I try out different stuff. But for me, sub 60 Zenith and Clean sits on top. 61 to 120 definitely the Kima 2. Affle Explorer is also good actually. Yeah. Defiant is. Did you guys like the Defiant? I don't know. Like for me, the drivers sounded a little cheap. Yeah, they sounded good, but the driver sounded a little cheap. Treble, especially the treble. 120 to 250, definitely. It's the P50 that sits on top, and the Let's Shower 142. Still a lot of IMs actually in this price range. The Simgut EA 1000 is the one that I use when playing drums because of the passive radiator, and that's why I'm very interested on the EPZ, no, fuck APZ, EP321 binary audio because it has a passive radiator and you know it may sound good. And 251 to 499 is really just the Rockies. You're missing a wider soundstage on the Clean because they don't really have a wide soundstage. There's a pattern. There's a pattern. There's a pattern to different sounds. So for example, yeah, okay, let me just Clean, right? You get a wide soundstage if you have a tuck. Say for example, tuning 142. If you tuck around here, so the mids are gonna sound clean, and if you have some airy treble in there, that's one recipe for a wide soundstage. Another recipe for a wide soundstage and very holographic soundstage is this is just my theory, okay, but it's 80% 90% work most of the time. It's you have to look at the highest point and the lowest point. So for example, with the Harrier, right, the highest point for the Harrier is here and the lowest point is there. So the difference in both, the wider, or is it wider? No. The bigger the difference is, the more proportional the stage is. If that makes sense. So yeah. Yep. So usually, like, yeah, could be wrong, but yeah, the K-Fine Clean doesn't really have a lot of it's not wide. So when you say wide, these are the likes of the Mega 5.7, Mega 7. Yeah, these have like a wide stage. There's a tuck in there, so mostly neutral sounding sets with air, they are gonna sound wide. But what is your favorite among the Z-Guts? It's the Odyssey. Original Odyssey. Yeah. Odyssey 2, I'd say the Odyssey. I like the Odyssey better. Yeah. That there. That's my favorite. Doing the Titan S is actually good, yeah. I know. The Titan S is good. Until I heard the Kima. Kima is just much better. For me. Okay, for me. Again, different preferences, right? So, Kima is better. So, yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to review these guys. Like, I have a lot and my backlog in here, like the one I did last week, the H3. Forget about this, man. Like, there are better sets. $100. Dude, the KZ Carol is better than that. The Roselsa Ceramics X is better. It's a better buy. $440. Oh man, like, these are freaking expensive, man. TWS's. But they, Soundpeats, they're a big company. Big company. And the Quiet C too. I don't know. So my review next would probably be the and I have the coffee ear tips. I also bought the do you know the coffee ear tips? So just coffee ear tips is supposed to shift the peaks, the upper treble peaks. Dude, I like the Aurora Ultra. Is it the KB ear? I'm not sure if this is the KB. Yeah, this is the coffee ear tips. I bought it together with the Kunten, so could be the KB ear. Did you know that I used to call KB ear K-Bear? Freaking, because they don't put a space. Is it like KB ear or K-Bear? And someone pointed it out. They say it's supposed to be KB ear. Because I was like, talking like it was like K-Bear. K-Bear sounds cuter though. Standard tips. But you know what? If you want to tame treble, I think the NF Audio ear tips are better. I don't know what they're called, but I don't know what they're called. Let me just search NF Audio. I'm not sure even if you can. Oh, MS42. Man, they're expensive. 18 bucks. MS42. Oh, no, it's just a recent addition, right? The coffee ear tips is a recent addition. But I did testings yesterday. It does move peaks. Um, and it moves peaks and it makes. But the reason for that is the main reason for that is really just for deep insertion. How close the nozzle is to your eardrums. That's what it's doing. Okay. Now with regular ear tips, okay, let me show you. I'll try my best to show you. And so, for example, with standard ear tips like this, you see there the nozzle. So basically, there's gonna be, when you fit this in, it's not gonna be as close to your eardrum because there's space, right? You see that from the opening of the ear tip to the nozzle, there's gonna be like some distance, right? But when you do the coffee ear tip, it's still close, but it's much closer. And probably the shape also, you just fit them deeper. But if you do, I'm not even make sense here anymore. This is not a good example, man. But basically, it fits deeper, okay? Just it fits deeper. Or YOLO's ear tips? I don't know. I even felt like these are QOA ear tips. Let me find that. QOA. Where is QOA? Celeste? Is it Celeste? No, not Celeste. QOA. I remember I have the yeah, definitely the QOA. Is it the same though? That's the question. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it is the QOA. But I can't find the medium ones. Dang it, why did I buy? It's the same as the QOA ones. Because I have the what the hell is this one here? QOA. A gimlet, yeah. I have the gimlet. And yeah, it's definitely the same ear tip as the gimlet, like that. Just more transparent. So no one owns ear tips. No one owns them. It's wide bore. Shallow, wide bore, yeah. Does it lessen bass? It depends. No, the coffee tips is supposed to shift the peaks. So for example, But I don't have the daybreak though. The hell. So, all right. So, you see this peak in here in the daybreak? It's supposed to shift further if you have the coffee ear tips. If you're sensitive, it's just later. So yeah, it's just a change. It's because it sits deeper now. So ear tips play a very big factor in sound quality. Yeah, and that's what makes this hobby very, very subjective. And you know, like, not every one of us hear stuff differently. But you will be surprised that a lot of people still want to enforce their belief. They still want to enforce how they hear stuff. And yeah, you know, like, I get a lot of comments, you know, like, that I'll probably make a skit, not really a skit, like an intro and like a disclaimer that this is how I hear, and you know, your mileage. But a lot of people don't seem to understand that. It's crazy. They can't come in terms that we hear differently. Not all people like bananas, dude. Like, what do you mean? Like, my wife does not like bananas. So same fruit, different preferences, right? So same flavor, you may like it, you may not, but so, and reviewing is basically just I don't know, just talking about a sound, which is just help you with better informed decision what to buy. I don't know, man. I don't even know when I'm doing this. I just like talking. I just like sharing stuff to you guys. But yeah, I'm excited to try out new stuff next week. But man, I'm too lazy to do reviews. I don't know. My next review will be the IM4 Fossey audio, and I'm probably just gonna speed run the H3 and the other stuff. Content too. I'll probably do the content. Yeah. So yeah, so you like the pianist, right? AAF? The dragonfly, or you like the dragon? I think the dragonfly, yeah. I think that's fine. It's around 200. $200. Yeah. Right. Yeah. $200 though. Yeah, I think it's okay. I can't find any bright good sets actually, except the Dragonfly used to be in my recommendation list, but it's really just it has become very congested in this area here, but the Dragonfly is good. Yeah. Right there. Dragonfly. Oh, didn't see that. Yeah, Dragonfly should be okay. Did you say you want the Australia? It's hard, man. It's probably Yeah, they're on the same level of peak, so it's more of like if you want more V than the Estrella, if you like the bass. But if you're coming from the pianist, you will find the Estrella really, really bassy, and that's what I kind of like fear recommending the Estrella. And there's also like a peak in the Estrella here. And you're already accustomed to the pianist, right? Which is, you know, like very close to tonality, very close tonality to the Dragonfly. So how's the Australia? I had to EQ the Australia. I had to EQ the peak. I had to EQ this. Yeah. But it's good. It's just V-shaped. But it's not even here. It's not in my recommendation list. If you like bass, then go for the Australia. Yeah, but I don't think you like. I don't know. Do you like bass? You said you have DZ4, right? Then you're a basslet. You might find the Australia's bass too much. So, yeah, I think you're better off with the Dragonfly or even the Falcon Ultra, dude. I think you like the Falcon Ultra. Where's the pianist? Yeah, I think you like the Falcon Ultra though. It's warmer but not too much. So you can consider the Falcon Ultra. Yeah. But the closest one from pianist is definitely the Dragonfly, right? Kunten with better treble, keeping the bass and mids. What IM would be close? Kunten with better cable. What price range? You know what? Yeah, what price range? You know what? I'm gonna try both the Zenith and Kunten. Where's Zenith? Zenith, where are you? There it is. Alright, I'm gonna try both and let's wrap it up, okay? So, KZ Zenith and Kunten, same ear tips. I'm gonna use the same ear tips. Alright. So, here's the Zenith in here. Configuration is, I don't know what this is. What? Up, wait. Alright, so first is the Zenith. And oops, wait. Battery's running out for a while. Okay. So, alright, let's do that one more time. I'm gonna listen to... what do I need to listen to? Let's try... I'm gonna try burglar here. All right, so that's the Zenith in there. Zenith has a really good bass. It has a really good bass implementation. What I mean by that is it's just tight sounding, really good separation from a DD. And Kunten, I'm thinking this is gonna sound a little bit, yeah, a little bit brittle in the treble. And because again, it's the CCA driver, right? The CRA driver, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's do that one more time. It's also easier to drive. Yeah, man, it's just the Zenith is just more refined. It's just more refined. And again, the treble on the Kunten is like the CRA plus because it's just a CRA driver. So, back to your question, what is with better treble? If you're talking about price range from here, so you can either go with the clean or the Zenith. You can go for the clean for cheaper because the clean is like $40, right? $40 for the clean. But there's also a clean, the new clean, so hopefully that maybe wait on that a little bit because that might turn out to be a hype too. So wait for that. But if you're looking for content in this price range, it's definitely the clean or the Zenith. Fuck. Content, right? There. So not even the clean, man. Like the Zenith is really, really close. But yeah, if you want a little bit more treble energy in there, so the clean. If you want more expensive, then it's the Kima 2 with the more natural treble and a more natural bass. So yeah, it's gonna sound smoother in the treble with the Kima 2. Same gain, little more natural there in the bass area, a little more naturalism on the vocals. And but then again, when you say better treble, I'm not sure what better treble you want. If it is it when you say better, is it more sparklier? Because for me, better is smoother. It's not dark, but sounds more correct. That is a better treble for me. A more correct sounding treble. So if you look at stuff like okay, say for example Hexa. Hexa is okay. What can I think of? There are I can't think. Okay, say for example the Super Mix. Okay, Super Mix 4. If you say for example the Super Mix 4, this treble is not natural for me. I mean, I know there are people who say that the Super Mix 4 treble is very, very good for the price, but no matter how I try, the treble on the Super Mix 4 is really, really unnatural. I just cannot follow hi-hat accents. It's so hard. It's just and if you know what hi-hat accents like, hitting different parts of the stick so that it doesn't sound monotonous when you're hitting, and you usually do that in like 16th, 1/16, sometimes third too if you're fast hands. But anyhow, this is a natural treble for me. If you say better treble, then the Kima 2, I would say the Kima 2. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it though. And if you want higher price range, but then again, I said, right? If you want natural, if you're like like content and then end game, it's the Pilgrim. Then again, man, this is why the content is so good, because the tonality is pretty good. Pilgrim, you're looking for the Pilgrim. Sibilant in the long run. So save up if you like the content, then your next upgrade is the Pilgrim. Yeah. So I guess that's it for today, guys. How long have I been streaming? You guys know? Two hours? Almost 2 hours, probably. Oh, it's more than 2 hours now. Dang. Saving stars now. Man, you cannot go with the Pilgrim. You cannot go with the Pilgrim, really. Like even yeah. Like Pilgrim is a very nice reference. Like you can go endgame with the Pilgrim. And how much is the Pilgrim now? Elysian Pilgrim. And it's coming from Elysian. $399. Oh dang, man, that's a lot. No. Still a lot, dude. I can't. If you can buy it, like there's $319 here. This is a very good sale. Yeah, this is, you get this, like $319 Music Tech. But $399, it's hard, but closer to that than $319. $359 on Hi-Fi Go. And yeah, you get a very good reference. So that is it for today, guys. Really thank you for being here. I feel like the content is really hype. I mean, for the good reason, and it has a very good tonality, and for the price it's very reasonable. Yeah, it's a very reasonable one. But again, you don't need to buy it. You don't need to, because you may have IMs that are better sounding. Otherwise, if you have, you know, like, I can't really, I mean, it's good, but I don't recommend buying them if you already have good sounding sets. Plain and simple. You know? So, in a way, I understand Dracomies. He was hyping it, and he was kind of like doing some battle, right? Like, this one sounds better, this one sounds better, like that. But it doesn't make sense. Like, for example, you have the, say, for example, you have, like the, say, for example, what did he, Hexa. Say, for example, you have the Hexa, and he said the content is better than the Hexa. I don't see the reason why you would buy a Kunten. I feel like you upgrade. You upgrade from the Hexa, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense why you would go down. More budget bangers. Yeah, more budget bangers. I'm definitely gonna cover more budget sets recently. Oh, no, not recently. In the future. Definitely gonna cover more budget sets. Only because it's more fun. It's really fun, man. Like, it's hard for me to review expensive stuff because, I don't know. Like, I'm tied to, like, I don't know. It's just hard to review because I can't recommend them. I can't shill them. I like shilling, you know? I like to shill budget stuff. Oh, hi there, Miss Deyroshka. I almost done. I just did the content. You'll get your pair tomorrow. You're gonna in for a surprise, Helmond. You're gonna be in for a surprise. It's a very decent sound. And I think, yeah, it could be a workout IM. You're probably gonna end up liking it. And the thing about that is, if you're going to end up listening to it, your preferences are gonna change because your preferences are gonna align to that kind of tonality. So it's good. It's good for its price. But yeah, you bought it anyway. Both and I, we got sucked into the hype. I know. I got sucked into the hype, dude. Like, freaking Dracomies, man. Thanks for the review anyway, Dracomies. You did a great job in hyping that set. I was so convinced that after watching Dracomis' video, I ordered immediately on AliExpress just to know what it really what it sounds like. So anyway, guys, really thank you so much for staying here. Yeah, next week it's going to be the binary audio 321. And let's find out if that mems is my first mems from Sound Peats was not fun. It was peaky. It was, and it's partly because of the tonality too. But let's see how binary audio did that. So yeah, really thank you guys for staying here. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I'll keep you updated with the new sets and yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Don't die. Enjoy your music. Trust your ears and have fun. We're supposed to listen to music anyway. And yeah, see you next week.